The Bills are going to win the damn Super Bowl. I'm telling you, we're going to get it.
What is up, Bills Mafia? We have 224 days to go until the Buffalo Bills win Super Bowl 57. This channel is documenting every single day leading up to that amazing moment with a video. I'm getting this one in just under the wire. I got back from a wedding. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a nice celebration. But there will be no bigger celebration than when the Buffalo Bills win Super Bowl 57. Can't wait. It's going to be amazing. Hey, this is the last part 5 of what I consider the best Buffalo Bills documentary ever made. So until we celebrate Independence Day, I'll see you tomorrow.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the biggest show in sports.
The biggest story in the world was taking place halfway around the globe as the war in the Persian Gulf escalated.
Everything that was going on in the country with the helicopters flying around the stadium to checking everybody coming into the stadium, what was going to happen, what was going to happen to our country. Here we're playing the biggest game of our lives. Are they going to postpone it? Are they going to cancel it? And for us, just walking out there and the patriotism and just everything that was going on in our world.
Like Marv says, where else would you rather be than right here, right now?
Where else would you rather be than right here?
Super Bowl 25 was bruising and brutal.
There's going to be some sore football players at the end of this game. This has been tough football.
Just don't get enough. First down's the key. You win on first down, huh? Then you kick ass on third down.
And Hostetler may put it up here, and he's going to throw, and they're after him. He falls down in the end zone. A safety. The man was safety. It was Bruce Smith on top of him.
By the start of the fourth quarter, the Giants had the lead and momentum. All the Bills had was the NFL's best offense.
Tell you, give the ball to Thurman Thomas enough times, and look out if you're playing defense against him.
Here's Kelly shotgunning, a running play. Thurman Thomas breaks it at the 25, still on his feet at the 20, gets down to the 15, the 10, the 5, and scores! Thurman Thomas!
There's no question in my mind, had we won that game, that Thurman would have been the MVP of the game. I had something like 156 rushing and added I think his total yardage for the game, was almost 200.
And the Bills have taken the lead with an electrifying play. He broke the tackle of Myron Guyton and ran in for the score. And the Bills are back on top, 18-17.
This was the Bills. Stunning, stirring, superb. Their lead, however, was short-lived. With just over 2 minutes to play, fate beckoned.
Now we have 2:16 to play. The Bills are pinned back at their 10-yard line. And this will be it. One more shot.
And you wouldn't want
Kelly and the Bills.
You wouldn't want it any other way.
Nope.
You wouldn't want it any other way.
The ball's in my hands. It's Super Bowl. Everything. As a little kid, there it was right in front of me.
90 yards away from a touchdown. 2019. If you're a Bills fan now, you got to believe.
The Bills had reason to believe. Even better, they had players to believe in.
1:31 to play. 1:30 to play. 1:29. And he goes down to the 46-yard line with 51 seconds left. 50, 49. We're down to 12, 11, 10. It's going to be Scott Norwood who gets the shot now with 8 seconds to play. High drama here in the Super Bowl. Here comes number 11, Scott Norwood. The quiet man of this football team, Scott Norwood. He can fire the shot heard round the world now. A 47-yard field goal try. Reich puts it down. On the way. It's long enough. And it is no good. He missed it to the right with 4 seconds to play.
Losses do not come harder, though consolation for a teammate came naturally.
You're numb, but the first thing I thought of was go talk to Scott, tell him don't worry about it. We'll be back. And I honestly believe that.
After the trauma of Super Bowl 25, the Bills could have taken it easy in 1991. Instead, they ramped everything up, including effort and expectations.
Kelly looking, he throws and he drills it in there to Reed at the 40. Reed at the 35, at the 30, down the sideline to the 20, then 5, touchdown.
And it bombs away here at Rich Stadium.
Got it in for the touchdown.
What a play by Kelly. Whoa!
A lightning strike again. Do you believe it? What an incredible play.
Oh boy!
Thurman Thomas has scored. It is pandemonium at Rich Stadium. A spectacular touchdown run by Kenneth Davis.
Oh, was that ever spectacular?
The 91 Bills were better by almost any measure. They ran and passed for more yards, scored more points, and sprinted to a division crown as the class of the AFC.
The Bills have won their 4th consecutive AFC East Divisional Championship.
Back to back to back to back. 1, 2, 3. All the way around. Hello. I got a feeling Buffalo's going to the Super Bowl.
While Buffalo's offense had carried the team through the season, in the AFC Championship game, it was the defense that carried the day.
And he's going back to throw. A little screen pass, batted down and intercepted by Carlton Bailey. He runs in for the touchdown. And the Bills are going back to the Super Bowl. It is Mission Minneapolis.
Super Bowl 26 was in a different city, but the Bills had the same luck, which is to say, no luck at all. But while the Bills didn't have a Super Bowl ring, they did have each other. And their enduring faith in one another helped fuel a remarkable playoff run in 1992.
We got 4 games to go. We want to win a championship. In your heart, everybody pick it up just a little bit higher level. And we're going to take it all the way this year now. Let's go.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's playoff time. The Bills and the Oilers ready to get it on in an AFC wild card game.
Jim Kelly had been injured. He's out. Cornelius Bennett was injured. He was out of the game. First series of the game, Thurman Thomas was injured. He's out of the game. So we're playing now without them, and we are playing badly.
That game, Warren Moon had the game of a lifetime. He could do no wrong. Wherever he wanted to put the ball in the first half, he put it. He threw it around us, over us, through us, anywhere.
You don't play a better first half of offensive football than the Oilers have just played.
The score at halftime, 28-3 in favor of the Oilers.
The lights are on here at Rich Stadium. They've been on since this morning. You could pretty much turn them out.
Did I think we could come back with that situation? No. But I did walk over to Frank Reich, sitting there with our quarterback coach, Jim Schaffner, and I said, Frank, they tell me you led the greatest comeback in college football history. Today you're going to lead the greatest comeback in pro football history. And Frank, yeah, sure. And we're walking up the tunnel. Jim Schaffner says, Coach, the greatest comeback, we're only down by 25 points. The greatest comeback was 28. I said, well, Frank doesn't know that.
Actually, they weren't down by only 25 points for very long.
We go back out. First drive, they go down. They intercept the ball. Dishman runs it in for a touchdown. I said, don't worry. We got them right where we want them.
We can overcome, baby. We can overcome this.
Now they overshift. May give it to Carwell here. No, it's Davis running left, trying to get to the corner flag, and he is in for the touchdown.
Yes, we scored a touchdown, 35-10. Big deal.
4-man rush. Sails it long. Oh, Beebe at the 10, at the 5, in for the touchdown.
Other touchdown, 35-17. Well, okay.
Looking to throw, rolls out, throws down. There is Reed at the 5, in for the touchdown.
And another one, 35-24, still the third quarter. Have we got a chance?
As this game swung like a tidal wave here at Rich Stadium.
There's the snap. He backs up. He looks. He throws. Reed, touchdown.
Another one? Darn right we got a chance, you know.
You gotta believe. Back to throw. He looks, he throws. Touchdown! They have scored to take the lead with 3:08 to play in the game. Andre Reed, 3 straight touchdowns, and the Bills are in the lead.
Great comeback in playoff history.
Bills can win it here. Wright puts it down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. And the Bills have won it. The Bills have won it. Incredible. What a comeback by the Bills.
To the game, that huge celebration in the locker room, and but finally calms down, and Frank walks over to me. He said, "Coach, when you told me I had to lead the greatest comeback," he said, "I knew that we weren't down by enough points. That's why I threw the interception." And I said, "Yeah, Frank, I'll tell you a bigger lie. I believe you."
The Bills won their next 2 playoff games and earned a trip to their 3rd straight Super Bowl, where once again they were defeated, but not beaten. Remarkably, this team wasn't done.
Everybody waiting for us to fall. We may fall a little bit every now and then, but we always know one thing: we're gonna get right back up.
Getting up after getting knocked down is the whole deal. It's what makes a champion. And the Bills of that era were champions. Even if some, like Thurman Thomas, were hard to actually knock down. Thomas had superb balance, uncanny vision, and a graceful athleticism that made him not only the Bills' all-time rushing leader, but one of the NFL's all-time most versatile backs.
Outside the 10, Thurman at the 10, breaks it off, comes to the 5, and goes in for the touchdown.
And in 1993, he helped lead the Bills to yet another AFC East title.
And the Bills win the AFC East title for the 5th time in 6 years.
But the Bills weren't just big stars, but big talents, like do-anything marvel Steve Tasker.
Not real big, maybe he's my size. Remarkable athlete, very intelligent young man, very dedicated. He could have been a fine receiver, but his contributions on the kicking team were so overwhelming.
With the wind at his back, he sails it on the ground, and it's taken by Tasker at the 30, run to the 35, 40, 45, midfield, down to the 45, down to the 30, down to the 20, to the 15, the 10, the 5, knocked out of bounds at the 1-yard line in a spectacular play.
The Hall of Fame picked the all-time All-Star team. They picked one special teams player, Steve Tasker. Does he belong in the Hall of Fame? Without question.
Just about every Bill looked like a Hall of Famer in the '93 playoffs, as Buffalo completed a grand slam by winning its 4th AFC title in as many years. They led into the 3rd quarter.
1st and goal. Kelly waits. Thurman runs. Breaks a tackle. Goes in for the goal. Thomas has scored.
A fumble opened the floodgates in the second half, and another Super Bowl slipped away. But the Bills' faith never did, and their respect for each other and the game never wavered. Four straight Super Bowls? It's an achievement unlikely to ever be repeated, even if not everyone appreciated it.
Nobody wanted us there, but you know what? We were so resilient, and I guess you could say we were pissed off at everybody because nobody wanted us there. Because they say, oh, they're just going to go there and lose. And you know what? Let's see them get there. That was my thing. I said, look, you know what? They can get as mad as they want at me. I'm going back. I'm going back until I drop or win it. And that was my philosophy on it.
It's the only place where grown men can act like kids. It's out here on this green stuff. And not get in trouble or get laughed at. It's fun, isn't it?
It is pandemonium.
Truth is, the Bills loved playing the game. They played it with extraordinary skill and an abiding respect.
There's an event that occurred on our football team that really points out what they're like. Losing 52-17 in a game that we turned the ball over 8 times already. With about 10 seconds left in the game, we fumbled for the 9th time. Leon Lett, the Dallas Cowboy defensive lineman, picked the ball up and took off for what would have been another touchdown. Don Beebe would run a pass pattern down to their goal line, took off after him like that, caught him on the 1-yard line, knocked the ball out of his hand, went out of the end zone. It's our ball on the 20-yard line, 3 seconds left. Did it mean anything to the outcome of the game? No, but it told you everything about what the Buffalo Bills players were made of.
Maybe the Bills played like no other team because they were coached like no other team.
Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse. That's the most chicken call I've ever seen. That is the most chicken call I've ever seen, Tony. Who threw that flag, you know? Who? He's an idiot, the guy. Way to put that shoulder in the torso, David. They go down that way.
Forget the football. Marv is a man of compassion, intelligence, good humor, wit. He's going to leave a legacy here.
I've been surrounded by some wondrous athletes, some great people. What a group of warriors I've coached.
But then, what a coach Marv Levy was.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, fellas. Thank you.
On behalf of Mr. Wilson, the entire Buffalo Bill organization, great pleasure for me to introduce our new head football coach, Wade Phillips.
Thank you, John.
You betcha.
For 3 seasons, Wade Phillips was the architect of Buffalo's dominating defenses. Now he'd have to build up the team's offense as well.
We went over that. Offensive-wise, I told him how to do it. Just score. Score, whatever you do, Wade.
Phillips scored 35-year-old Doug Flutie from the CFL, where he had won 4 championships since leaving the NFL 8 years earlier.
The Toronto Argonauts, Grey Cup champions again.
Well, it's been 8 years coming. I was convinced that they believe in me. There's no prejudices or thoughts going into it that I'm going to get a legitimate opportunity, and that's all I can ever ask for.
What I was told was you'll have an opportunity to compete for the starting job. Within a couple of weeks, they signed Rob Johnson. No problem. We'll compete for this job.
The Bills thought Rob Johnson could be their man. After watching him perform as a backup in Jacksonville, Buffalo inked the promising talent to a $25 million deal in 1998.
Rob Johnson is the opposite of Doug Flutie. If you talk to scouts and coaches and ask them to describe what their ideal quarterback is, in terms of height, in terms of weight, in terms of 40 time, Rob Johnson would be the guy.
There's the quick pass to the end zone. What a play, what a throw by Johnson.
Doug Flutie, on the other hand, was always the small overachiever and just a winner.
Here's Flutie rolling out, and he is in for the touchdown.
What you had was the classic debate between the guy who's much better than everyone thinks he should be versus the guy who's never quite what he's supposed to be. It was certainly a controversy.
And it got ugly, and it really divided a town. You could go through a grocery store in Buffalo and see an argument over Flutie versus Johnson.
Although Johnson was named the starter before training camp, he and Flutie kept things light.
They dug the 80s called They Want Their Hair Back.
What's your favorite band of the 80s?
Of the 80s?
Yeah.
Bon Jovi out of the 80s.
Oh, okay. Hey, Flutes, what flag football league did you play in?
12 and 13.
What was it?
I played with a bunch of high school buddies. They played in a Sunday morning league. Rule is I got to play receiver. I am way too old for this.
What stuff?
For this conversation. For these actions that go on.
Wait, this isn't typical? Doug, the chicks are drooling over this shot right now. They are.
See, I don't have the buys. I can't put the shirt up over the shoulder pad and look good like Rob. I try to be like Rob, but
yeah.
The role of being behind Rob Johnson would never appeal to him.
Right now, being number 2 is okay. I mean, if anyone were to say they're completely content sitting the bench, they don't belong in the game.
And meanwhile, here's Rob, who seemed very uncomfortable with the idea of being the number 1 guy.
I'm not the vocal leader. I mean, these are men, and they're getting paid, and you're out here doing a job. And my feeling is you got to take care of yourself first before you can worry about anything else.
With his laid-back attitude, Johnson started the 1998 season off on the wrong foot, and the Bills fell to 0-3.
In Indianapolis, Johnson takes a hit and doesn't get up. And in comes Doug Flutie.
And look at this, Doug Flutie now is coming in.
And everything about Flutie's return to the NFL changed that day, because he took over. He did what Doug Flutie does. I mean, he ran all over the place, made plays, led the Bills to victory.
He backs up, he throws, and it is caught for the touchdown. Looking, now he runs, now he throws, touchdown. Go Flutie!
Doug Flutie didn't want to flake out in his first NFL start since 1989.
5-1 today. Jacksonville Jaguars will be 5-1.
In one play, Flutie showcased the attributes that made him a king in the Queen City.
The defining play, I think, of Doug Flutie's time with the Bills was his keeper, the naked bootleg that he runs for the touchdown against the Jaguars.
One play, 18 seconds, game on the line. Does Flutie have a pro miracle? Here's Flutie rolling out, and he is in for the touchdown. This place is bedlam. It is bonkers. It is bananas. It is unbelievable. The Bills have won it. They have beaten the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Doug Flutie had magic.
And boy, could he sell a box of cereal.
We have a price check on Fruity Flakes. We have a price check on Fruity Flakes.
When are the Flutie bars going to be in over at Fowler's?
Spellbound Bills fans were buying into Flutie mania.
Buffalo is a tough underdog town. Flutie is a tough underdog player. He became the people's choice, for sure.
Flutie was a savior. It is not an overstatement to say that he saved the Bills.
Hooray for Doug! Hooray at last! Hooray for Doug! He's a horse's ass!
At that point, the future of the Bills in Buffalo was in peril. They desperately needed to sell the luxury suites, which are much more difficult to sell in a market like Buffalo than in a place like New York. He brought back the interest level. He brought back the fans. He brought back the excitement. And he was an exciting guy to watch.
Flutie backpedaling, looks, throws long, down to Moles, and it is caught, and in for the touchdown.
He is a miracle man, I believe.
Named the comeback player of the year, number 7 led the Bills to the playoffs, where they faced their arch rivals in the first round.
The Bills are stopped at the 5-yard line.
The Flute ran out of miracles in Miami, but orchestrated an 11-5 record and another wild card playoff berth in 1999.
Down the field, Moles has it at the 5 and in for the touchdown.
Although wins were up, Flutie's numbers were down when Rob Johnson was brought off the bench for a meaningless Week 17 game. He convinced the Bills that he belonged on the field.
3 drives, 83 yards, 80 yards, and 82 yards, all for touchdowns consecutively in the first half.
This week, as far as quarterback's concerned, I'm starting Rob Johnson, and he's going to play this week for us with Doug being the second quarterback.
In the most infamous playoff game in Buffalo history, Johnson threw for only 131 yards and no touchdowns. But he did ultimately put the Bills in position to beat Tennessee.
The game is on the line. Moore waiting for the snap. The put down. The kick on the way. Long enough. And it is good. Do you believe it? 16 to 15 with 16 seconds to play.
After the Bills had won the game, and we won the game, before the final kickoff, my brother-in-law called, and everybody's calling from Buffalo, we're all celebrating. Then came the forward pass.
Do the Titans have a miracle left in them? If they do, they need it now. Going to be fielded by Lorenzo Neal at the 25. Pitches it back to Wycheck. He throws it across the field to Dyson. He's got something. And
down the sideline.
It's a miracle! Tennessee has pulled a miracle!
It's not a miracle. It was a crime. It was a fraud perpetrated on the streets of Nashville.
It's totally a forward pass. No question about it. It's physics.
This is a forward pass. This is not a lateral. All that's missing is the band.
Bills fans will always believe that there was a conspiracy on that play because that's how Bills fans are.
Oh, come on. Who's kidding who? That ref is never making that call, reversing that call in Tennessee. The fans are all crowded around the goofy little peep show.
Within 2 years, both Flutie and Johnson were out of Buffalo. But the controversy surrounding the 1999 playoff game will forever haunt Bills fans.
The Music City Miracle is horrific.
As the Bills entered the new millennium, salary cap restrictions forced them to release 3 legends that had played a combined 42 years in Buffalo.
I don't know if it was appreciated for its magnitude when Bruce Smith, Andre Reed, Thurman Thomas, the final 3 links to the Bills Super Bowls, departed. I think it registered when the Bills got to training camp and people saw so many unrecognizable names and faces on their roster.
I know it was a sad day for all 3 of us. Thurman and I didn't necessarily want to end our careers elsewhere.
It's over! It's over! It's over! Can you believe it? The new quarterback and member of the Buffalo Bills, Drew Bledsoe.
Hoping to begin another Super Bowl run, the Bills made headlines by trading for Drew Bledsoe. New England's Pro Bowl quarterback had lost his job to Tom Brady after sustaining an injury in 2001.
We came to Buffalo for one reason. That was to be a part of a championship football team and to bring a championship to Buffalo. Thank you very much.
A lot of us were buying the idea that Bledsoe was really a very good quarterback who just had to get healthy.
In 2002, Buffalo made a fresh start with a new star and redesigned uniforms.
Go! Hey, don't come out here waiting for something to happen. Go make it happen. We got to start winning around here. Let's get us a win today. Give me a win on 3. 1, 2, 3, win!
Finishing 8-8, the Bills played some memorable games with number 11 under center.
Touchdown for the Bills.
Bledsoe's most celebrated game took place opening day of 2003. He earned his only victory over his previous team after being reunited with Lawyer Malloy just days before kickoff.
Last week, the defensive captain for the New England Patriots. Today, he starts at safety for the Buffalo Bills.
With a resounding 31-0 shutout, the Bills dominated the eventual Super Bowl champs from the first snap.
Wow! Absolutely, Buffalo knows everything the Patriots are doing.
It is Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies here, friends. What a drive by the Bills. They started it eons ago at the 10-yard line. Pitch pitches out, run to the right. Here's Henry down to the 5. He's in for the touchdown. Unbelievable. It is pandemonium here.
The Bills were still looking for the next Jim Kelly until Bledsoe could deliver a championship. He'd play second string in Buffalo's heart.
There's only one Jim. Only one Jim Kelly.
Bills fans have learned that the hard way.
Under pressure, he is sacked. The ball comes out. There's a loose ball. Steelers come up with it.
Bledsoe was released after the 2004 season, and the Bills have continued their decade-long search for the next franchise quarterback. Playing in Kelly's shadow isn't easy, but 2007 third-round draft choice Trent Edwards is working to distinguish himself.
On the run from the 15-yard line, Trent Edwards, touchdown Buffalo.
Edwards knows what he needs to do. 2009 marks 9 long seasons since the Bills have made the playoffs. But the NFL's most passionate fans never give up and have been rewarded with some spectacular moments.
Looking for Evans in the end zone. He makes the catch. Touchdown. At Seattle's 35, cuts to his left, spun around, still on his feet, at the 25, open field, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Roscoe! He is ridiculous. To the 45 to midfield, he's going to the house. Marshawn Lynch at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Marshawn Lynch. This one is over, folks.
Hey, I'm clutch. Hey, I'm clutch. Like Robert Orr, yeah? Hey, I'm clutch.
And as we told the fans at the conclusion of the season, we needed to win more games and we need to take it up a notch. Well, we took it up a notch. Just the thought of what our receiver core looks like right now and what our offense can be with Trent Edwards is very exciting for all of us.
I'm excited about T.O. playing here. He's a proven winner. He's a great player. He's Hall of Fame bound.
I'm leaving America's team to come to North America's team. If I can be that extra added piece, you know, to the puzzle to get them to the playoffs and make something happen, then that's what I'm here for. The leader of this organization is Ralph Wilson, our Hall of Fame owner. He gives us the resources to be successful, and it's great to say Hall of Fame owner.
50 years after Ralph Wilson brought pro football back to Buffalo, he will be enshrined in the Hall of Fame alongside one of his greatest players.
Pro football to me is not about making money. It's a matter of competition, the thrill of the game, being the greatest sport in America.
I had an opportunity to do something that I love. I had a passion for. That's when greatness takes place.
Time to pay the bills, baby!
Smith and Wilson will join other Buffalo icons inducted in the past decade.
To know the game is great. To play the game is greater. But to love the game is the greatest of them all.
But we always knew that to succeed, we had to do it together. 4 consecutive Super Bowls, I think we can honestly say that we did it together.
Every guy has probably stood up here and in all of these Hall of Fame jackets and probably said that they have had the best fans in the world supporting them. I'm here to say that's hogwash. No fans are like my fans, like Bills fans. Let's go Buffalo! Let's go Buffalo! Let's go Buffalo!
I think the greatest story for the league, for this country, is the Bills winning a championship, because I don't know where a championship could be appreciated more. I can see that town going crazier than any celebration you've ever seen for a Super Bowl in the history of Super Bowls.
Incredible! Unbelievable! Pandemonium!
One day, it's going to happen. If not my lifetime, Luke's lifetime. The Bills are going to win the damn Super Bowl. I'm telling you, we're going to get it.